Hello friends, welcome to the day 15 video. So we are going to discuss about pandas. So it is another library which have been used in in Python or in machine learning to just have or to just maintain or change the data set. So it is just a newer version, so it is having a new features compared to numpy. So before going to the today's session, let me just run through the yesterday's part. So yesterday we have been seen with a numpy. So to install this numpy, we need to press pip space install space numpy in a terminal. So here you need to just type it. So then so after installing, you need to just have a version like in order to use it, import numpy as np. So this was the first one, or this is a thing you have been just learned with. This is a package name and this is a nickname for it. So if you are using any of other nicknames here, instead of np you need to use other nicknames. So np.array for creating an array, and you can change the data type here. You can specify with a float 32, int 32, complex, anything. And you can have a range like this as well, array range. And you can have a zeros, you can create ones. You can just have a identity matrix. You can create a complex data set. So that is like creating a complex data set with structured information. So if you are giving a name of a person, it is going to give age, weight with along with the name. So the structured data is going to be generated by using this np.zeros. So this 4 means why it is 4 is, so we need a variables to store this 4 names. If you are having 5 names, you need to change it to 5 here. That's it. So that was all about yesterday's session. So today we are going to just start with the pandas. So let me take a pen and change. Okay, let it be with the red itself. So today's session is all about pandas. So it is just like another package which have been just provided by the Python. So let us have some of an introduction of a pandas. So as we are knowing that NumPy is used for storing, accessing, locating the databases of heterogeneous data. So pandas is a new package built on above it. So the NumPy, so on the above of a NumPy you are having a pandas. So in a NumPy, what was the thing is you need to have a same data type. So the elements inside the NumPy array should have a same data type. If you are giving a combination of int and float, it will be converting all the things to float itself. So if it was a combination of both int and a float, the NumPy was converting the array to the float itself. So this was like pandas, which have been just a new package which is built above the NumPy. So after NumPy you are having a pandas. So it is having exactly a newer versions. So it is going to have more options compared to the NumPy. Main thing is you can use heterogeneous data, that is different data types. You can use character, you can use numbers, you can use integers, you can use floating point in a same array. So here also you can create an array, here also you can access, everything is possible, but it is having some added advantages. So this is going to be built on above the NumPy. So it is going to handle the data frames. So data frames means it is a database management. So whenever you are working with the data, so like we are going to just handle the data sets using the pandas. Preferably we use pandas compared to the numpy. So it is data frame means it is a multi-dimensional data. So multi-dimensional means more than two. So this is a single row and column. You will be having multiple rows and columns like this. So this is called as an multiple data. So which will be having some rows and columns as well. So preferably the columns, the last column will be providing with the labels. It is of having a heterogeneous data type. And the another thing is, if any of a data is going to be missed, you can handle those missing data using this pandas. Handling means you can add a new numbers, or you can just have a deleting of those missing data. So it is left to the user. You can add a new value based on the neighboring values, or you can fill with an user defined value, or you can delete the missing data. So that is going to be handled by an pandas. So this was another important feature which have been just provided in an Python to handle the missing data. So if you are having confusion with the missing data, I will just show you whenever this video is going to be proceeded. So one thing is, if you are having 10,000 of information which have been collected by the person, by human errors, some of the values will be out of a extent, or it has been not entered, or it can be a not a number value. So if this condition have been occurred, like erroneous values, if anything has been occurred, we are going to remove it. So that is going to call it as missing data, and we are going to handle those missing data using a pandas. So this is another very important thing which we are going to see in pandas. I will just discuss what is this missing data in the next few slides. So how to install and how to use the pandas package. So installation is same, pip. So pip install pandas. So pip install package name you can give. So you need to have an internet connection for this. So as I told you earlier, you need to type this command in a terminal. So in order to use the pandas, at the very first line or at any of our lines, you need to use this import pandas as PD. So this is again a nickname. So it is just a nickname. You can just go for any sorts of names for which have been provided. So this is like another short version name. So it can be a short version. Instead of writing pandas fully every time in a program, we are going to use shortcuts. There is no mandatory to use PD itself. You can use only P, you can use only D, anything is feasible. So what you have been imported with that short name, you need to use those respective names while calling in the program. Okay, let me just install this pandas. So in an Python. So coming to the terminal, so we can have pip install pandas. So it need to have some of a data connection. So like the internet connection should be happening. So like okay, some problem. So you need to have an internet connection. You need to type pip install pandas. So it takes some time, 1.3 minutes. Not having a stable internet connection or what? Are we having 4 minutes for 9 MB? Okay, it is paid now. Okay, sometimes the server which have been available in Python may be slow, or our internet connections may be slow, something like this. So preferably. Okay, in the meantime, I can just create a new script file here. I am taking a Python and I am going to rename it. rename the file to the day 15. Okay, day 15. I'm going to reflect it. So the usage is too much simple. Import pandas as ed. So this is a usage method. Okay, let it get installed. Let me just move further. So we are having some of our fundamental data structures in an pandas. So data structure means how to maintain a data. So we are having some of our fundamental data structures here. First one is series. So series is the one where you can create an array of different data types. So it is not having the same data type. You can go for different data types, that is heterogeneous data. So this is a very important point. So the next one is data frame, where you are going to create a data set. So the data set is going to be just created. So the next one is indexing. So we can just see this, how this indexing series data frame is going to just work with. So the first one is series. So usage of values and index we are going to see in this series. So what is the usage of a values and how to just having a index changing and all. See, let me just show you how to use this respective series. You are going to import pandas pd.series. S should be caps. So series. So small brackets, you can have some of our values like this, and you can decide the index. For this values. So this is another provision. If index is not given, by default, index will be starting from 0, 1, 2. So here we are having 3 values. If you are getting confused, you can make it 10, 20, 30. So at the first position we are having a 10. Second position we are having a 20. Third position we are having a 30. So this is without giving an index. If the index have been provided, so you can have the values like this. For 5th position, the 10th value, 6th position, 20th value, 7th position, 30. If this index is not given, so this thing is not going to happen. This is a default version which is going to happen. So this is like having a indexes. So index value is here. So this is a index and this is a values. So you can see what is this values. Values is this one. So if you are storing this into a right hand variable called d, you can get only the values by using d dot values. You are accessing only values. In the same manner, you can get only the index like this. So then we can just see this in a pie chart. Okay, after this, it need to be indexed. So it is taking some time. In the meantime, let me just type data is equal to pd dot series. S should be caps. So series, inside that you are having some values. So I'm having some of a different values here of both integer and what is this floating point. So this is without using any of our index values. So here I am not using any index values. So we are not using any of our index value. By default, the index value will be 0, 1, 2, 3. So let me just have a indexed value. So data 1 is equal to pd dot series. Okay, it has been updating. 0. Okay, 10, 20, 30. As I explained, it may become easier for you to understand. So index will be 2, 5, 3. So now initially the default index will start from 0. Now we are forcing that index to just start from 2. So you can just print this, print data and print data 1. So what you are printing? So with user defined index values. Okay, yes. With user defined index values. Okay, then we can just see this. Can run this. So initially the index value was starting from 0. So this is a index value, this is a values holding for that respective index. For 0 the value is 0.25, for the 1 the value is 1, and for the 2 the index value is 2.35, and for 3 25.10. So this is without having a index values. We are not forcing any of the index value. So the data type is float 64. So with user defined index value, I have been forcing the index to become 2, 5 and 3. So for 2, 10, 20 and 30. So this is like a integer data type. So now we can just see how to use this dot values. So I was been talking about data dot values. Next, data dot, next one is like index. So this is the same manner you can go for. What is this? Print data 1 dot values, print data 1 index. You can just see the difference. So here you can just see data dot values means only these values are going to be displayed, and you can just see the index here. Starting value is 0, ending value is 4, and the step size is 1. In the same manner, you are having a, what is this? Only the data 1 values, that is 10, 20, 30. These are all the index value. As it is user defined, it has been pushed the user defined value, because here it is not having any starting and ending value with the normal increment. It is a random number, so it is just giving index values. So this is a usage of having a index value in a Python. So this is another advantage which have been just provided by using this kinds of a respective versions of a series. So next comes series and a dictionary. So how the series are going to work as an dictionary. So dictionary you have been knowing, it is been entitled in square brackets, sorry, flower brackets. Everything you are going to have too many data types, like character, you can have a numbers, So like this, how to handle this? So for this example, we are just taking a name of a states and its population. So name of a state and its population. So how this data frame is going to work here, we are going to just see with. So we are going to see how this population can be accessed, how the states can be accessed. So this same thing will be applying for real-time data set. So if you are having any doubts in this sessions, you can just clear it up. Why? Because is from day after tomorrow's session, we will be starting on real-time data set. So this is a dummy data set I will be just showing. I will be creating some of a dummy data set which is having information about states name and population, and these are all not definitely a real data. So we are just having a population dictionary. This is just a name of a variable. So I am starting with state 1. Okay, you can give any of a state names here. It is having some of a population here. So some value have been just given. It is a random value. So state 2. So state 2 should be in single quotes or double quotes. Anything is fine. Okay, I'm going for state 3. Comma. State 4. Then state 5. Okay, I guess 5 is enough for understanding the working here. So now we have been created some of a data set. So here it is a state name. This is a population. So how this data set I am going to work with here? So PD, I am using PD dot series. It is an inbuilt data type, and I am pushing this population dot data. So after doing this, how exactly it is going to be just printed. So we can just see population is going to be printed. So now directly we can just see this. You can just see what is the difference here. Printing of population duct and printing of this value. So this is like we have been created some sorts of a population dictionary. So by using this series, it will be converted into a ready format. So now we are going for area dictionary. So we can take the same state names and you can change the values here, some lesser values, and these are all not definitely a real data. I am just showing for our experimental purpose. And there is no need to maintain the formatting to have a proper structure to see with. Being just maintained spacing and all. There is no need. So now I am taking another area and using PD dot series, and I am pushing this area duct. So you can just see again area, and you can just print this area. So this is a usage of a series in a dictionary. See, this was a raw information like this. So this is like printing this population dictionary. So it is just giving state 1, state 2, state 3. It is not having a proper fashion. So after going into the pd.series, you are printing the population. You can just see there is a definite structure. So this is a usage of a series in a dictionary. In the same manner, you can have the areas as well. So you are printing area here after you using pd.series. So this is a usage of converting your string into a series, that is databases. So next we are going to see about how to use the data frame. Okay, data f should be caps. So this is data frame syntax. Now you are going to use this data frame syntaxes for your respective version. So pd.data frame. So you can press one tab whenever the respective suggestions have been came. So you can just see what is the see, these are all the options which have been provided by the pandas. So you can just use this pandas options, or you will be having some default thing. So the defaultly I am just going for having this population. So this, for this name I am pushing the variable. So this is a population keyword. For this I am pushing this data set. So what is this? Population. So this is a name of a feature. For that, the values have been fetched from this data set which have been created by using the series. So next one, in the same manner, I am creating area feature. For this area, I am using the areas which have been generated by PD series. So here also you can use the states value. You can see states dot index. You can see states dot data. It's S. In the same manner, what you have been just seen here. You can use a print, or you can just skip it. It is going to just execute a states dot index. Okay, data is not there. You can go for columns. Okay. So this is a respective indexes and a column information. So you have been just created a states with the respective areas. So this is all what you are going to just see with the data frames. So if you're getting confused, you can just print, you can pass it along the print after saying the data frame. You can have next line. So like this. So these are all the state names. So that is, and these are all the columns, population and area. So this one is it. The name of a columns is going to be pushed. So that is for states dot columns. For index, you are having this values. So like what is the name of a state. So this is like usage of a data frame. In the same manner, you can use a index here as well. So the index is like you can just see it. ind is equal to pd dot index, pd dot index. Okay, and you can use the index values 3, 4, 5. So we are having 5 states and these are all the 5 indexes. So like this you can just see it. So these are all the index values which are being generated for this respective states or respective data set. So this is a usage of a index. So let us just go for next one, that is operations which have been carried out on pandas. So the operations can be like, sorry, before slide. Okay, the operations like you can just have a sum of a mathematical operations like this: population divided by area. It will be giving a density for you. So like this you can access the data and you can perform some of our operations. Okay, let me just show you that in an PyCharm. So print population divided by area, or you can just make a population density and you can just do this operation here and you can print it. So these are all the number of operations which have been just provided in pandas. So you can just access and you can just perform some of our operations. So this is like state 1, its density, its population density. So in the same indexes it is going to provide you. So if you are going to divide these numbers by this value, you will be getting these many values. So you are dividing this value divided by 3698. So it will be around 1000 as per the calculations. So in the same manner you can just perform many operations on this single data set. So there is no risk of having accessing, indexing and all. It is going to maintain the format. So this was a beauty of a usage of a pandas. So this was an operation. So next let me take a pen. Okay, next one is an important thing is handling the missing data. So handling the missing data is another important function. So here we are going to see some of the functions. Before that, so we are going to have one of a missing data. We are going to create some of an array. So 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 4. We can provide an index for this. So the index value is 0, 1, 2. So for this the index value I am making 1, 2, 3. So here as per the index, 0th value has been missed in a second data set. So how this is going to be printed? See, like 0, index I am writing 0, 1, 2, 3. So here 0 will be NaN value like this. So it will be not a number value. So like this we are going to just have a handling the missing data. So whenever the missing data has been just provided, we are having one of a function called fill operation. So fill underscore value, you can give any number of values here. If you are giving 0, 0 is going to be just added to that respective index. So in that respective index will be having some number. For that number 0 will be added and you are going to get a newer value. If you are having the fill value as 1, then the new value, so for the index what the value is having, that will be added to the newer value by plus 1. So if you are getting confused, let me just show here. So I am just creating a two series using a pandas. So the first series is 2, 4, 6, and here I am just making the index, just specifically I am just giving it as 0, 1, 2. So I am having another matrix pd dot series. So again 1, okay, 1, 3, 5. Index, I am just missing one of a 0 index here. So preferably by knowingly I have been just missed the index here. So let us see how this is going to be just operated by having a index changed value. You can just see, you can perform some of our operations here. Print a plus b. Now I am just using an operation called add operation. So what I am adding, the contents of b, and I am filling the values with 0. So now let me just explain with the example of this one itself. So at a 0, 1, 2, 3, from matrix A, the 0th value is 2, and from one position the value is 4, and from the position 2 the value is 6. For a matrix B, we are not having any number here. So we are not having any number for an index 0. For an index 1 we are having 1. For an index 2 the value was 3. For an index 3 the value was 5. And for matrix A there is no value here. So now I am using the fill operation. What I am filling, for missing values I am just filling the value as 0 and I am adding it. So the answer of a plus b with filled value, so this filled value is equal to 0. So 2 plus 0 is 2, 4 plus 1 is respective is 5, 6 plus 3 is 9, 5 plus 0 is 5. So this is for filling value 0. So next filling value 1. Instead of 0 I am filling 1 here. So 2 plus 1, 3. Again this value remains same. So we are not filling any values here. 5, 9. So instead of 0 we have been filled as 1. So the value will be 6. So this will be the executed value over there. We can just see. So this is like fill value is equal to 0. So we can just execute this. So you can just see print a plus b, not a number, not a number. So you can just see after having a filled value. So not a number means it was not having any newer values. So you can just see for filled value. So the filled value was, so here the index was missing for A and B. So the index 0th was missing, and for a B matrix the third one was missing. So during that point the data was being missed. So in order to fulfill the missing data we have been just filled 1 here. sorry, 0 for a position of this, what is this, at this position index 0. So this is for value, filling of value as 0. The answer is 2595. So as I have been explained here. So 2595 for a value, filling value as 0. So let me just give you the filling value as 1. So in the position of 0, what I am doing, filled value is 1. So for a missed value, instead of 0, I am filling the 1 value. I am running it. So the answer we need to expect was 3596. So 3596. So this is the one way of handling the missing data by filling the user defined value at a missed data. So at this position the data was being missed and we have been filled with 0 and added A and B. So A and B matrix have been added after filling the values as zeros. So next comes handling the missing data. First one is null. In an index of wherever the missing data is there. So wherever NaN is there, you are going to provide true. If you are having any values in that position of index, we are going to just say false if you are using is null. So whenever the NaN is being just present in that index, true is going to be printed. Wherever the number have been present, false is going to be present. So that is called is null. Not a null means inverse operation of it. In the position of null, we are going to get false. So in position of NaN, and true in the position of numbers or actual data. So the next one is drop NA. It is going to remove the NaN values from the data set permanently. So without having the indexes and all, we can remove using drop NA. So the next one is fill NA. So wherever the NaN value is there, we are going to fill the values. So that is what fill value, it is same as fill NA. So these are all the 4 steps for handling the missing data. So we can just see what are all the examples for handling the missing data. So first one is detecting the null data. First I am creating a value like this 1, 2, so none and null. So we are creating a series by using pandas and we are seeing is null how is going to work with, how the is null is going to work, how not null is going to work with. So like this. So detecting null values, okay, dropping is in the next slide. Okay, we can just see this. So data data 3 I am creating pd dot series. First value is 1, second value I am making it as an not a number, so missing value. So third one I am creating a heterogeneous data combination of both, what is this, integer and character. So first I am checking for this data is null. First I am checking is null. So next I am checking not null. So you can print it. So you can just see how it is going to just work with. So first one is null. Wherever you are going to have a not a number value. At this position we are having true. You can just see at the second position and fourth position. So whenever the not a value is going to be just coming, so during that point true is going to be coming into a picture. Not a null means inverse of it. Whenever a not a null is coming, you need to have false. Whenever a number is coming, you need to give a number, or any value is coming, you need to give true. So this is an operation of is null and not a null operations. So next comes dropping the null values. So you are being created a null values like none. Now you are going to use an operation called drop NA, and you are going to drop the null values from the matrix. So this is another operation. So here you can just decide the axis. You can decide the axis like what you are going to just remove, whether it is columns columns. So you are having an option of axis here. So in axis you can give axis as 1 if you are going to remove the column. You can give 0 or else for removing the row, or else you can give directly the columns itself, columns, or you can give the row. Anything is fine. So you can just drop a respective data set. Let me just show this. So we have been just created a data set using a data frame. So we are having a multi-dimensional array here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are having a not a number here. So 3, 4, 5. It is not having any missing value here. At the first one, we are having a missing value. So I am just printing the with missing value. So after drop NA, wherever the not a number is there, the whole matrix will be just deleted off. We can just see this. So we can just print after drop NA. Okay, let it get executed. Okay, so before drop NA, we can just see here. So first row you are having 1.1 not a number 2. So you can just see here whenever a data frame is there of a multi-dimensional data. So 0th row first column. So first column second column. In the same manner first row 0th column, first row first column. So like this. So wherever the NA is there, the whole row is deleted. So you can just see both the rows have been deleted. Only the index value has been just retrieved here. So this is of not having any not a number value. So here like this. So whenever there is no any missing value, then you can just go for using or deleting the full row of it. So that is like dropping a respective number. So that was all about a data frame. So here you can use the axes also. So axis is equal to 0 means columns, 0 means row. So 0 means row, 1 means columns. So here we are having different operations like using how. Here there is another operator here called how. Here all, wherever the content is there, you can just, wherever a not a number is there, you can just remove. So like this we are having a variety of instructions. So if we are going on seeing the variety of instruction, it takes too much time. But what the thing is, I will just say you the 0 means columns, whichever the content you are having. wherever NaN is there, you are going to remove that column here. So in this column we are having NaN and this column. So those columns will be removed and you are going to get a value as 3, 5 and 4. So like this. And you can just see the columns now. So now we have been just seeing this row. So this rows are going to be just deleted. So 1 means columns. So 0 means rows. So this was an output for 0 means row. So now we can just see here not a number is there. This full column is deleted. The answer should be 2, 4, 5. 2, 4 and 5. So this is for column. So in the same manner you can just see for a row as we have been seen earlier. So whenever the row is going to have here, so this row, this 2 row is going to be deleted. Only this one is retained. 3, 5, 4. So this is for dropping a missing value without having any deletion. So without updating any value, the full row is going to be deleted by using drop NA. So this is another version using access. Okay. So filling null values. So wherever the null values are there, you can just fill it. So this is like dropping the null values. Now we are just thinking of filling the null values. So wherever the data is having NaN, you can fill it by using a function called, so you have been created a data. So how to use this is data dot fill NA. So how NA is filled? You can add the zeros. You can add 1. So you can add 1. You can add 20. So see, like let me create a data here of series 0, 1, none, 2, 3. So 1 NaN, NaN 3. So the index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you are using fill NA, so you are going to have a options. So it in a place of NaN you are going to have 0. So in a place of NaN you are going to add a new value. So if you are adding 1, so in the place of NaN 1 is going to be added. So if you are having any of the things like 20 and all, you can add it. So here you are having many options. So you are having 2 methods, forward filling and backward filling. So let me explain that by just seeing in the code. So forward filling means, so wherever the NaN is there, so the previous value is added. So backward filling is, so the NaN is here, backward means this value, that is 3, is going to be added. Forward means the previous value is replaced. So backward means the next value have been going back and sitting in a position of Na. So that's it. So these are the 2 methods in filling in Na. Okay, we can just create a data here. Data is equal to pd dot series. So now I am creating 1 comma none. As I explained, I am taking a same values here, none comma 3. So now we can take this data as 10. I am taking this data 10 and filling it, fill Na with 0. So now we can print the data 10. So before drop, So next, after drop and adding 0 at NaN. So next you can just have 1. You are adding at a NaN, we are having adding 0. So you can just see it. You can add 20 here. In the same manner, we are having two types here, forward fill and backward fill. So let me just give forward fill here. So forward fill. So you can just have a data 10, same data. You are filling it, filling NA, but you are using a method called forward fill. So this is forward fill. In the same manner, you can go for reverse fill. So data 10 dot fill NA and the method is equal to backward fill. Backward fill. So let me explain this. As I've been just told, I will just make a match of the explanation. Okay, need to print these values here. Okay, printing, and again here also I need to print. Print. Okay. So again print. Okay, we can run this. So at so then here after dropout we are see this one. Okay, we have been created a new data set, 1 not a number, 2 not a number, and 3. So now in this not a number I am adding 0 in the position of not a number. 0 is added, you can just see. So not a number, wherever a not a number is there, you have been added 0. So this is to maintain the regularity in the respective data set. So if you are adding 0, there will be not a number. So whenever it has been replaced by a not a number, then the program execution will not stop. So this is like handling the missing data. So you can add 20 there instead of NaN. So you are having a forward fill here. Forward fill means in the place of NaN, the previous value is added. So the backward fill is like, the forward fill means the previous version, NaN's reverse value is going to be added. So then backward fill means, so in the position of NaN, the next value is going to be added. So these are all the two different filling operation. Backward, so NaN's next value is taken to fill this backward one. So it is going in reverse fashion. So that is called backward. So forward means, so it is taking the NaN's previous value and it is propagating forward. So that value is propagated forward. So the next value is propagated reverse. So that's the name it is going to tell you, forward and backward. So this was all about a method of forward and background filling. Okay, that's it for this video, guys. Let us see about some of our hierarchical indexing, how to combine our data sets in the next classes or in the next video. So if you're having any doubts, you can just come back to us, and thank you for the video. Let me meet you in the next video. Thank you.